Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with day 21 of 30 Days of Sketches with Kristy's Beautiful Life, Series 12. And today's sketch is by Crystal Barrett, and Crystal Barrett is with Pineapple Papers. And so I love this sketch. It's perfect for using scraps, which oddly enough I picked a collection that doesn't have a lot of scraps. But that's okay, because this is our family picture from the beach this year, 2023. So I felt like it was worthy of Coco Vanilla's Storyteller collection. Y'all, I don't pull this out for much, but I certainly feel like this picture is important. And it had a lot of good things in here that I wanted to use. So I am going to pull in some of the embellishments and a couple of papers, some scraps. I do have the sticker sheet, and I'm also going to use this Stormy Sky to do some inking on this white background. Y'all didn't think I was going to use 3 full papers, did you? So I have my papers. I've got some embellishments, my mixed media, this family picture from the beach, and this really great sketch from Crystal Barrett. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, I took the Stormy Sky and I just splatter it pretty much everywhere. I know the top corner on the left and the bottom corner on the right are going to be covered, but since I don't know exactly how big I'm going to tear the paper, I wanted to go ahead and get it pretty much everywhere so I'm not feeling like I got to come back in and get more on there. So I set that aside to let it dry a little on its own, and I'm going to tear this paper. Whew. Now, this paper, I wanted to go ahead and tear the actual corners that I was using. Even though with this one it would have been okay, the pattern is not rigid like a normal kind of plaid pattern that has very straight lines that are very symmetrical. It's kind of, a little bit more wonky and flowy, so I probably could have just torn another corner anywhere, but I went ahead and tore the top left in the bottom right corner, and then just tore a piece off that I could flip flop around and use for another layer in the picture or underneath the picture. And then this is the paper I want to use to mat my picture, this beautiful heart paper. Oh, you all, I love this collection. Every time I get a new collection, I look through it and I'm like, okay, this paper will be easy for me to use because it's not as pretty or it's not as, whatever. There isn't a single paper in this collection, A side or B side, that I have any desire to cut and tear. I want to just keep it all because it's so pretty. And that is rare. There's usually at least 1 or 2 papers that are not my style. Like, I'm not a huge floral person, so sometimes like big florals or very busy dark colored florals I'm not a fan of. But even the florals in this one are beautiful. But that's okay. It is my family picture from the beach. It is well worthy of this paper. Now, y'all probably think that I'm crazy because these pictures, any picture I take, should be worthy of this collection. I just, I can't help it. And I don't know, because it's not their most current, how easy it is to get more of this collection. So I'm going to have to look into that before I start digging in more. Now, that's terrible. I didn't say that. We'll just pretend I didn't say that. It's not, recorded for all the world to hear if they wanted to and go back and use as proof against me. Oh, well. I know that I'm not alone in this, and that makes me feel better. So I don't feel too crazy. So I am saving my paper because I refuse to waste. I mean, look at the big, huge piece of paper in the middle that I would be wasting and that is going to get covered up by this paper. So I am just cutting or tearing these little bits, and then I'm going to fix it to where you can't tell that floral paper and that yellow paper don't go all the way across or all the way down. So the floral paper was a little bit trickier. But I am going to end up fixing that one little spot right there where my hand is up on the top left, where the white floral meets that yellow paper, because it is right now, even with the picture down, you can tell that it stops there, like that it's 2 strips of paper. So I don't want that. I want it to look like it is a big piece of paper back there. And so I'm going to take care of it. Don't you worry. So I am just maneuvering this page. Right now I have a double layer. So I've regular, just normal matted on that pretty blue paper with the hearts. And then I kind of wonky matted it on that really multi-toned plaid. And then that's when I put it down on the blue, the yellow, and the floral. And now I'm just going to tuck some other little bits and pieces of scraps that I have. This is like a rainbow stripe, and I love that. So I tore the pink off, and I was going to use the little wonky hearts, but that wasn't going to work because it's white base. So I went ahead and tucked this pink over here. I'm just extenuating pretty much like Crystal has to the left. And mine is just a little different because she has like what looks to me like a 3x4. And hers is slightly tilted to the right. And I am using a full 4x6 and tilting it to the left so that it'll fit better in this section, because I did not want the cluster of papers to touch the bottom or the top triangle. And it's very close, but it does not touch in either place. I do a little tearing up there at the top where it's kind of close to give it a bit more of a distinction between the two. But there is not a place that it touches, but it is it's just, kind of close. So, do you all think I'm rambling? I feel like I'm rambling a little. Sorry. It's after 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not really all that tired, and I did not have a huge coffee from 7 Brew, I promise, but I have had an interesting day. And we spent the last 45 minutes before I started this recording in the first place attempting to get a single picture of my dog. And I promise you I will record a video for it because it is a hysterical story. And I love my son so much. I may even add some of the video on to the end of that. I don't know. We'll have to see. So anyway, I'm adding a few little embellishments from this collection. The very top, I hang this little like hanger thing that says happy little moments. I put that green circle up there. That is helping me stop to where you can't tell that floral paper stops, and it says telling our stories. And then I put a little half circle down right below that, pardon me, that says love this. And then I have this cut apart that I believe the back of it is that really cool plaid, the colorful plaid. And I'm going to use those down here because it looks like she's got either word phrases or strips of paper or something down in the bottom right corner. So I'm going to use these little strips to give me some kind of journaling that say, this is my happy place, eat, sleep, capture, repeat, and love this wild and precious life. And then I add a little heart to each one of them. I just alternate where they go, and I flipped the colors. So at the top I have a green banner with a yellow heart, and at the bottom I have a yellow banner with a green heart. And then I put a lighter shade of blue next to the one that says eat, sleep, capture, repeat. And then I'm going to pull out, I do put a couple more hearts on here, just kind of, extra scattering. And then I am going to pull out my sticker sheet, and I found 2 more word phrases that have little hearts already on them that I felt would be a good fit to help fill in like this gap between some of these little strips. And so I add This Is Us and Got the Shot. And Got the Shot is going to be what I title this page. There's not an actual place on here for the title, so you can pretty much... you can do whatever you want with a sketch anyway, but when there is not a place set aside for a title, it gives you even more freedom because you're looking at it and you can be a little bit more fluid with where you want to put it. And so even though it's kind of small and not the biggest thing on here, I'm still going to go with that because it took us a few tries to get this picture. So here is the close-ups. I love how this turned out. I adore Crystal. If you all are not following her already or subscribe to her channel, Pineapple Papers, I strongly suggest it because she is fantastic. She is the sweetest, and I just love to watch her create. So I hope you'll go check her out. She will be on the playlist, of course. So if you're not finding people on the playlist, please go and do that because it is a treasure trove of inspiration and an encouragement. So I hope that you all have a good day. I hope you'll come back and see me again really soon. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.